Greetings, greetings, greetings. This one is kind of lazy. It has a pass through. One of them simple basic pass through. I share some, again, basic information. Basic information, so just forgive the unorthodox effort. Now I'm on Jamaica, this island here. They have this document called the Security Interest in Personal Property Act, rules under section 61. The Security Interest in Personal Property Registry Rules 2013, made by the Ministry on the 31st day of December 2013. Section 2, interpretation. These rules, unless the context otherwise requires. Chicago Convention means the Convention on International Civil Aviation concluded in Chicago, United States of America on December 7, 1944, as enforced in relation to Jamaica. I share this information so the local people here don't go crazy. Just bear with me. Jamaica does not have a comprehensive standalone uniform commercial code that mirrors the structure of the United States Title 42A or similar U.S. state laws. Instead, commercial transactions in Jamaica are governed by a combination of English common law, Jamaican statutes, and specific regulatory codes. Jamaica legal frameworks. It worked from the common law as a former British colony, Jamaica relies heavily on English common law principles regarding contracts, sales of goods, and commercial dealings, unless superseded by local legislation. Statutory law, specific areas of commerce are regulated by acts, as the Companies Act, the Bill of Exchange Act, and the Insolvency Act. This is Jamaica we are talking about, not the US. Now, securities interest, security interest. The Security Interest in Personal Property Act provides the framework for secured transaction, serving a function similar to Article 9 of the U.S. Uniform Commercial Codes. So here in Jamaica, we don't have the UCC per se, but we have regulatory rules or codes such as Security Interest Act, where you'd have said harmonized with the Article 9 of the UCC. Now, number one, a security agreement must exist to file a commercial financing statement. But does this mean it must be in writing and attached to a uniform commercial code, UCC 1? Probably, possibly. But what if it is a verbal agreement? Since the strawman corporation cannot speak, and when we say strawman corporation, we are talking about the unincorporated corporation created by the state. So again, forgive me. Since your strawman corporation cannot speak, how can it write or sign its name? So you can create one and attach it, but you probably don't need to. In fact, one can still do all the administrative procedures without the filing a UCC1 because you are already the secured party and the creditor, whether you file a UCC1 or not. You just need to be cognizant of that fact, of that truth. Yeah, man. Number 3, filing a UCC1 is actually more for your benefit than for anyone else because it makes this esoteric, intangible subject more real to you and give you confidence. And that gain alone is worth everything. Well, listen, in a Jamaica here, this is how I express it. We now going to choose to file now UCC per se. What we can find is a commercial financing statement. And why we're going to do that? Because we have a strong man we're out there engaged in a commerce, and it is there as a surety and debtor. So we now have to put certain things, it has to give them public notice officially. Here on the island, them do it a little bit different. I don't necessarily go too much into the details per se. Again, I don't necessarily want to get involved, but I never can excuse this area. No matter how I try, I will not be able to excuse this area. So I gotta just make an effort for, at least share basic information about our intent since it's here. And this may talk about Jamaica this, I talk to them of UCC. This is Jamaica where I talk about Chicago area in the United States. So for the people them were domesticated totally, listen, just ignore me. Just ignore me, really. Manago can do much than what I tried to express now. So just ignore me. If it's beyond your scope, just walk away. No need for the back and forth. Again, number 3 is, well, we're not going to go there. So I'm going to talk about the Uniform Commercial Code, Article 1. It expresses a corporation is defined as a person, an entity that is an individual. Them talk about corporation. This is how them define these things. So the birth certificate where you have that piece of paper is in fact a corporation. It is in fact a business. It is an enterprise. It's a part of their trust. And it's housed in the Massachusetts Business Trust. I don't know what kind of changes I make now. Under Holiness is a different kind. Well, the Jamaica Labour Party government is a different kind of entity. Yeah. So I don't really know what kind of shenanigans them go on with. They can talk about what I mean. See, in a 2018, 2019, I may have documentary evidence to verify these things. So that's some work from the things that we can validate. Now, again, them so the corporation is an individual, corporation, business trust, estate, regular trust, partnership, limited liability company, that are the LLC, where everybody I brag about, any kind of association, joint venture, government, governmental subdivision, agency, or instrumentality, public corporation, or any other legal or commercial entity. Now, we can't escape commerce, because commerce, I wouldn't talk about trade and way, but Babylon put them own twist on things, so we have to just kind of differentiate what we are doing and what we are dealing with. So this is why we are bringing the definition for the specification of where we're dead and what we are dealing with. So when we talk about corporation, don't just beat me up. Don't just ignore me or shut me down. Going to the Uniform Commercial Code, because you understand after a while, so this is the supreme law of the planet, not just of the land. Everybody are engaged in a commerce on some level or the other. Really. So we never can escape it. It's just how we are choose to apply this Uniform Commercial Code. So we have to apply ourselves. Nobody now got, come tell we nothing or come teach we nothing. And most people want this kind of esoteric information for free, so I give it to them. Not everything, but that's I give it to them. This is where in the public. Everything is in the public. Most people does not have time to source it for themselves, while others not have no interest and just want to wait on somebody else. Just check. Now, specifically under Article 9 of the UCC Uniform Commercial Code, called Article 1, I give you the expression of the corporation, and then get more specific in Article 9, where it says a corporation is further defined as an organization organized solely under the law of a single state or the United States by the filing of a public organic record with the issuance of a public organic record by or the enactment of a governmental unit. I'm going to talk about the birth certificate. You understand? And them tell us, boy, I them really create it and do all kind of fanciness with it from their governmental unit. So them have the authority until they give them notice by filing your own on Jamaica in the West Indies area region, your own commercial, you're engaged in a commerce financing statement. Why? Because a birth certificate represents an instrument that carry financial value. Remember me always say it's a sophisticated financial instrument. But when a two want jump in it can get so technical. You know what I mean? However, apparently we cannot excuse this area. That I go and step through this place and say, oh, we can, assert our grassroots, say intellectual property on this area. Yeah, man. Remember, we are sovereign scholar, whether they like it or not. Now, again, I'm saying a corporation. Corporation shall be deemed to include any company, trust, so-called Massachusetts Business Trust or Association, incorporated or unincorporated, which is organized to carry on business for its own profit or that of its members. Boy, I'm a non-profit, so I'm gonna forgot tap into this thing, stop messing around, and just grab this thing and shake it up and get some coins out of this mess. Now, one, we are asked, so if the state has created this unincorporated corporation called a legal entity, then does it have authority over it? Yes, it does. And until you give them notice, otherwise, they will always have authority over it. Two, that is what a commercial financing statement does. It gives public notice that you, the secured party, have a claim against the debtor, which is that unincorporated corporation. Three, now when you file this notice, you take this entity out of the state, out of the jurisdiction of a fictitious entity and into the private venue, your own dominion, your own verge, your own kingdom. And thus, the entity becomes foreign to the state, and now it becomes an unincorporated foreign corporation to the state. Wow. I hope they are them now get an headache. Really. Security agreement. An agreement which creates or provides for a security interest between debtor, the piece of paper, and the living man, the secured party. Because we are dealing with these kind of trust and things, you use those frame parties and all of these things. Debtor and creditor and secured party. Listen, step by step, my people. Step by step. Too much people out there know everything. Jamaica, the West Indian area, is just a little bit different. Really. Just a little bit different. Now again, it's a security agreement. Security agreement, an agreement which create or provide for security interest between the debtor and the secured party. Uniform Commercial Code, Article 9, 105, 2, 105, H. An agreement granting a creditor a security interest in personal property, which security interest is normally perfected either by the creditor taking possession of the collateral or by filing a financing statement. We call it a commercial financing statement, just like how we ever give them a commercial lien or a commercial affidavit. So we have to file a commercial financing statement in the proper public records. We look at security interest. Interest in property obtained pursuant to security agreement. 1. A form of interest in property which provides that the property may be sold on default in order to satisfy the obligation for which the security interest is given. Often, lien is used as a synonym, although lien most commonly refers only to interest providing security that are created by operation of law, not through agreement of the debtor and creditor. We look at financing statement. Commercial financing statement is a document setting out a secured party's security interest in goods. 1. A document designed to notify all third parties, generally prospective buyers or lenders, that there may be an enforceable security interest in the property of said debtor. 2. It is merely evidence of the creation of a security interest and usually is not itself a security agreement. We are talking about the financing statement, separate and distinct from the security agreement, which it is a part of. The financing statement is filed by the security holder with the Secretary of State, or in Jamaica, similar public bodies. I'm not going to really express that right now. As such, becomes public record. Now, I'm on commercial security agreement. This non-negotiable, non-transferable security agreement is made and entered this 3rd day of August 2026 by and between Linton O'NEIL Dallas, all capital, hereinafter, debtor, organization number, social security, or no, this is Jamaica. TRN with the dashes, and then you have the full colon Linton-O'NEIL, Dallas. Anything will separate the Linton-O'NEIL and the Dallas. Hereinafter secured party, creditor identification number, TRN number without the dashes. Remember we talked about that a while ago. And then we say the parties, hereinafter parties, are identified as follows. Debtor, the all capital income from down a Jubilee, and him stays with field -- number. And then I, the secured party, which is the living man, and I postal location and creditor identification number and the agreement. And then, we structure the agreement. Now, therefore, the parties agree as follows. Debtor hereby grants secured party who deems himself insecure. I am so insecure. A security interest in the collateral. So I said, show me insecure. Yeah, and give me a security interest in the collateral described generally herein or specifically on attached Schedule A, where we have it down somewhere in the document. Hereinafter referred to as collateral. We go on to say to secure all debtors' property as well as all income from every source and all direct and indirect, absolute or contingent, due or to become due, now existing or hereafter arising, presumed or actual, paroled or expressed public indebtedness and liabilities held by debtor to secured party in consideration for secured party providing certain things in accommodation for debtor, like me have to do all of these things for this debtor, and me now get paid, so now me have to get paid, including but not limited to a whole list of stuff. And I'll rest my case. Man, I whole heap of that thing me I put together, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is except what? 12 pages. Yeah, man, but too much. Would have passed through for express this basic. Hopefully, I'm not gone too far deep in a time. I thought it was a little 10 minutes thing, but we've gone in a 20 minutes. We still will give thanks. Again, information share. Basic information share. Yeah, man. And this is talking about commerce, law of commerce, commercial law. Commercial law come after, well, it's second in line. The order of law, you have the natural law. And then you have what is known as the commercial law. And then it comes down to the common law. Yeah, man. And then you say then come down with them corporate bylaws and then public policies. Yeah, man. But the public law always part them address them common law. You know what I mean? However, we discover so when you deal with the commercial law, it's much more proper. Yeah, man. And this is why they have the uniform commercial codes, where even though it's there, it still has to harmonize with the common law, the constitutional area. They have to harmonize. So we have to find ways to give these people notice formally, officially, appropriately, properly. And then with us take the time, take it step by step. That is it. Complete gratitude. Complete gratitude. Again, let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable unto the Most High Creator of nature, of the boundless universe. We do give thanks and praise. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Again, complete gratitude out there. The item have to choose to apply themselves for themselves. Them thing on nothing where that's true outside in the public. Really. Yeah, man. So the ones that want free information, yeah, especially here on the island. Yeah, and then you have to understand, say, Jamaica express the Jamaica Trust September 16, 2019, and within the Jamaica Trust, it talk about 2 trusts. So the item have to realize that one I talk about the organic constitutional law, charter, that are one of the trusts. And the next trust I want them to talk about connected federally to the birth certificate, foreign trusts. I expressed them thing a long time ago. But again, step by step, and it approach a time where we have to put them kind of thing out there in the public in a writing. Yeah, and just participate to it, I say partially, put it like that. Yeah, man, we have to go engage that way. The standoff thing now go work. So we have to really, yeah, step in at them place and engage them. Yeah, man. Complete gratitude out there. The brave may fall, but never yield. We say bold and brave, firm and strong. Yeah, man. Unstoppable, unmovable. Yeah, man. I must say complete gratitude, respect with power and honor, foresight, a warrior out there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like you, there is no other. I warrior. Salute, my king. Again, me have to say complete honor with respect and power out there to I warriors them. House of Davis, House of Campbell, House of Hall, House of Francis, all of these ones. Yeah, man, we have to say complete honor with respect for their them effort, for their them interest. Yeah, man, to all of the ones them we have said our work Indian nation, to all of the ones them we have said West Indian paradigm. We say salute, respect with power. Yeah, man, but Babylon come with them foreign system and impose it upon us, so we have to engage. Yeah, man, and decimate that area with clarity. Yeah, man, that's all it is. We have to do it. We can't escape it. We can't excuse it anymore. We have to just step up. Again, information share. Complete gratitude out there. Salute. Salute. Salute.